Now, there's a common theory in the real estate. Let me share it with you. Buy, hold, sell. Is it high in Kenya, or does it remain to be a fallacy? As an investor, if you have been weighing where exactly can I take my money to, well, Kenya is an option for you, and specifically Nairobi, in terms of affordability. Have you ever wondered why the government brought affordable housing? Rapid urbanization equals constant demand, which then equals high occupancy rates, like the high demand and constant demand, to the rising prices, to strong rental income. You've got nothing, absolutely nothing to worry about. ROI, ROI, ROI. What is it? And is it high in Kenya, or does it remain to be a fallacy? Hi there, my name is Cynthia Nanjala from Wonder Properties Kenya, and you're watching episode 5 of the Real Estate Playbook podcast by Wonder Properties Kenya. Now, this is 5. That means if you're yet to watch 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, please head over to our video section and watch as well. Do not forget to subscribe and put the notification bell on so that once we upload a new episode, you are the first person to know. We'd also love to hear from you and some of your thoughts of what is currently happening within the real estate market. Now, back to ROI. Now, in other words, return on investment is a question on, are you going to get your money back? In Kenya, you're guaranteed a return on your money because real estate is an investable business with high net profits, and specifically in Nairobi. Now, a lot of Kenyans are moving to Nairobi to be able to start their life here or do their businesses here. At the same time, we're accommodating so many foreigners, or what we call non-citizens. And so this particular influx of population in the capital city is equating to a constant demand for housing. And so a developer or an investor that is able to cater for these needs is definitely guaranteed high profits. And so rapid urbanization equals constant demand, which then equals high occupancy rates. In other words, your rental income is going to be brilliant. With a high population, rental yields plays at a high percentage. Now, get this. In Kenya, the residential yields were at 6 to 10% annually in the period 2025. For commercial properties, it was up to 8 to 12%. For short-term rentals, such as the Airbnbs, it hit 10 to 15%. In other words, Kenya offers you a better rental returns due to the high occupancy as well as the high population that is currently being witnessed in the country. And so you're earning income just at the comfort of your home, having put up a rental, but you've got to do the math on that. Now, in addition, in Nairobi, capital appreciation or property appreciation cannot be ignored. Now, the year 2026 and the year 2000 are on different levels. In between, we've seen a 456% jump of the prices of property. In other words, the price of property in the year 2026 is relatively high compared to the price of property in the year 2020. Now, there's a common theory in the real estate. Let me share it with you. Buy, hold, sell. Buy, hold, sell. In other words, you buy a property, hold it, and then sell it later at a higher value. That's a secret we are willing to share with you as a real estate investor. And once you do that, then you're definitely guaranteed a brilliant return on your money. Smart investors are able to identify growth corridors in advance. What do I mean? Infrastructure development plays a massive role in you getting. Smart investors are able to identify growth corridors in advance. What do I mean? Infrastructure development plays a massive role in you getting your money back double or triple. And so, where there is infrastructure development, then there is definitely a massive ROI. Places where roads are being constructed, expressway are being constructed, the SGR is being constructed, or even an airstrip or an airport or near the airstrip or the airport, then you'll definitely see massive ROI because of these growth corridors and the benefit it comes with it. As an investor, if you have been weighing where exactly can I take my money to, well, Kenya is an option for you, and specifically Nairobi, in terms of affordability. Now, all these countries may guarantee you ROIs, but it's much more higher in Kenya because of the affordable rate into the market, as well as the availability of financial plans that will be able to get buyers to come to your house. Now, get this, high rental demand creates a low cost and high returns for your business. Now, Kenya is relatively cheaper compared to global prices. It may vary from country to country, but affordability is everything. And not just affordability, but also the quality of properties that you are going to get for yourself. Now, because of the huge population, there's also an undersupply problem of housing. And that is where property developers and investors come in. If you've got 2 million housing deficit, then you're able to come in as a developer or as an investor to solve that particular problem. Have you ever wondered why the government brought affordable housing and they say there's a housing need? Well, the same as well applies within the private sector. And so, demand and supply. There is a demand, and there has got to be somebody to supply this. Now, get this, 150,000 to 200,000 houses are needed annually due to a rapid 4.4% urbanization. So, where do we get these houses? Right? Somebody has got to construct, somebody has got to rent it out. In addition, only 50,000 units are built. And so if you need 150,000, but only 50,000 are needed, then there's a gap of 100,000 units. And so this means, yes, you will get your money if you're able to put it in an investable business such as real estate within Nairobi. Now, unlike some markets, Kenya allows you to explore on multiple income streams within the real estate. And this is where we talk about the short term rentals like Airbnbs, the long term rentals where people pay rent maybe monthly or yearly. We've also got the commercial spaces where you're able to put up offices or malls to be able to cater for needs, as well as the land aspect where it appreciates and then you sell. And so an investor, as you come into Kenya, you're guaranteed returns either way, whether you decide to go the residential way through short-term and long-term rentals, or the commercial way where you're putting up offices and putting up malls and businesses, or through land which appreciates and you're able to resell, or through the industrial way, putting up, go downs and manufacturing facilities. And so an investor asks the bigger question on which route do I want to take? And regardless of what route you take, you are definitely guaranteed high returns because of the market, which has accommodated multiple income streams. All right. And then finally, not forgetting as well a growing middle class. And we've got to give it as well to employers and the market, which allows for people to move from one level to another. How does this work? In a workplace, somebody gets promoted from a junior position to a senior position or to a managerial position, where they are then able to afford getting themselves or acquiring themselves a property, which will then in return give them returns. In addition, we've got diaspora money as well. We cannot ignore that. They contribute as well a key percentage to the country's GDP. And so you have people working abroad and they're sending their money back home, sending their money back home. Majority of them actually, who we as Wonder Properties work with, have been able to put up rental units, purchased and then put it out as rental units. And then essentially their houses earn the money regardless of the fact that they're not even within the country. And so diaspora, as well as a growing middle income class, allows for returns as well within the real estate market. The bottom line is ROI in Kenya is exceptionally high because of a powerful combination of factors like the high demand and constant demand, to the rising prices, to strong rental income. So you've got nothing absolutely nothing to worry about. And so, as an investor, if you've been thinking of whether this is an investable business for you, it is. You will get your net profits back. Now, if you liked this episode, episode 5, please do give me a like on the video. Follow us at Real Estate Playbook Podcast as well as at Wonder Properties Kenya, and leave us a comment on the comment section down below. Let us engage with you, whether you're from Kenya or even from across the globe. Do tell us what you think about the property market in Kenya. We'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching this episode. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. See you soon.